A lot of people have no idea what I'm going to tell them.
Get this from here, so.
Oh, is that right, John?
Yeah.
You can get this from here? Yeah, we're back. Hey! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WebCast.
Oh, stop.
Oh,
Stop.
Spazzo.
Stop.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you'll recall, a lot of you knew me from, goodness, it seems like decades ago, doesn't it? That's because it was. And, KZEW was a legendary radio station across the Southwest. I was fortunate enough to work there for over a decade with John LaBella, and we had a whole lot of fun, and it was great. Corporate tyrannists tend to take over radio stations, and changes get to be made. And it was around that time that John decided for a short period to go back up to Connecticut. He left the zoo. He left me alone.
Failed.
He abandoned me, and he opened deep wounds that have never, ever been closed. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, long story short, which is a little late for that, John was replaced by this guy named Stephen Clean, who was on the station for like 31 days. I think they tried to carry him out many, many times, and they had to find him first. And it wasn't hard to find, but he was from the north. I think some of you folks call them Yankees, and it was quite the tell, because he just didn't sound like he was from around here or had spent any more than a day here. And so to help him acclimate Below Broadcasting, my friends over there hired this young lady to sashay around Stephen Clean. So I introduce you to Kimberly Brown Cain Frickus. Welcome to the program. Let's give her a big hand. And oddly, ladies and gentlemen, such a bittersweet experience, because the station, I don't know if you've been messed around radio stations at all, but when something like that happens and somebody leaves, everybody's really freaking sad and miserable, and everybody hates being there. But we had no other place to work, so we stayed. And you were aware of that, weren't you?
I was so painfully aware of that. Oh, yeah.
I mean,
It
you were
was
like
some
the
serious
devil. People would
attitude.
say, "Oh man, what is she gonna do?" And boy, why would you take a job like that? You might as well be a strike breaker.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you doing?
Yeah,
What are
I
you
know. And of course, because I love to laugh, as you know, I'd
Yeah.
come in laughing and having a good time. And yeah, and it was a bad-tude place. It was.
Right.
And every day, you're right. What is she doing? What is she doing here?
Right.
So I just kind of kept trucking along. And you're right. Sashaying around Stephen Clean that's a good way to put it.
Right.
Sashaying. That's what I did.
It was
I
okay.
sashayed.
It was okay. But clearly the show didn't work very well, and so you ended up going on and being a soothsayer.
Yes, a
Tell me about that.
soothsayer. Well, I'm going to have to, as you so aptly put media training earlier, making things up. I'm going to have to make this up, because soothsayer just happened like right before I came on, and so I don't really know what that means. So
What
let's
it
make
means
up.
is this, John. If you'd like to tighten in on this, we want to see a picture of a naked woman's back here, don't
We
you?
do, yeah.
I know I do. Let's take. Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go. Now, Kim, this is your back.
It is not my back.
Oh.
It could be my back, but it isn't.
Well, number one, she needs to go to Media Mentor and say, yes, that is my back.
Yeah. Well.
And
but
everybody would kind of say, all right.
my girlfriend, whose back it is, has asked me to please make her famous, and so she'd be calling me tomorrow if I said it was my back.
This book is called Heaven. What is it
Yeah.
about?
Heaven is about the nature of God as seen through the eyes of an exotic dancer named Eve.
A pole buffer.
Absolutely a pole buffer.
A pole buffer found Jesus.
No, yeah.
A pole buffer found...
A pole buffer wanting to talk about God, Jesus, etc. in a whole different way than most people talk about it.
God loves pole buffers.
God
too.
loves pole buffers. And
I think we all love pole buffers.
Yeah.
I think we all.
Absolutely, we do. And you know what? Hey, listen.
Not for any bad reason.
Not for any bad reason, but because it's fun. I'm just saying.
There's
a lot of classes around right now for women to help get their self-esteem up. And, they're not stripping or anything, but they are jamming with the pole and having a blast. So, and I might bring some of them on one night.
I think
and
we
might
need
bring
a pole.
A
Portable
pole.
I think you've hit upon something. Is anyone interested in installing a pole here?
They're portable, and I'm telling you, it's fun. Ladies, you wouldn't even believe. You can get upside down on that thing, and it's
Are
amazing.
you freaking serious?
I'm so serious.
What
we
would
can
we
do it
have
right
to
here.
do? What would we have to do to bring a pole in here?
It's easy. It's easy.
Tony?
I'll bring my peeps, and we'll
Are
just
you
put
on
it
it?
in.
Can we get a pole here next week? I want a pole. I want a stat. I want it right here.
I'll bring some of my friends who, they call it moving, your inner pole arena. So.
I think my
moving
pole
that
arena
energy.
is moving right now. What about this? Well, okay. Now I'm interested.
Yeah. Well, see, here's the thing.
Yes.
People like to talk
It's
about
not naked.
God.
It's not sex, is it?
Yeah, it is. It's great, though. People like to talk about God is over here, right? And that's all good. And sex is over here. And, ooh, that's dark and scary. And I'm going, no, they go together. These things go together. And we should be talking about them together.
We really should. And get our hang-ups right out in the open where they belong.
Right.
And
No
let our freak flag fly, right, Fanny?
Freak flag.
Well, I just think we've really opened a can of worms here. Now, what you've proposed to me here is that we're going to put a pole on the stage.
Let's do that.
And you're going to bring some women up here.
Yeah.
And they're not going to be naked, and we're not going to violate any health laws because we serve burgers here.
We're not going to violate any health laws.
Let's hope no one has to wear any sort of hairnets of any kind.
And some ladies from the audience may want to come up and try it. Some gals.
Wow,
some chicks.
So what do we have to do to bring a pole in here?
I'll bring one. I'll get somebody to bring
one?
one. I don't have one, but I'm going to get one. I'll get somebody to bring one.
Okay, excuse me. I'm getting something from my administrative assistant here. He says,
administrative assistant.
Portable. Look at this. I love the internets. The internets are great. Portable stripper pole.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're readily available.
Hold on a second. Portable stripper pole. Buy a portable stripper pole. What are we looking at here? What do we? You buy it by the foot or what? What do you do? What?
Yeah, see, the thing is, it's not about becoming a stripper. It's about getting yourself in shape.
No.
And it's about raising your self-esteem and really, some of the classes that...
I think there's a lot of people in here who'd like to see her self-esteem raised, don't you? All right. I vote yes. I vote yes, Kim. You came on this show, and I told you you're going to say something to indemnify yourself, and we had no idea it would be to the tune of a brass dance apparatus.
Well, I had no idea it was going to be to that tune. Obviously, that just popped out, and now it's going to be happening.
Well, believe me, it's going to be tough to put it back in because we're all excited about the pole. No, I'm saying
that's
what I
happens.
mean to say is put it back in development because it's a growing concern of people.
Well, see, and here's the thing. And once you start talking about it, obviously it can go in all kinds of directions.
All right. Well, we're not going to waste any show on silly musicians next week. I'm
right.
Screw that.
Hold up, right.
Drums, we know. Pole.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I got the vapors.
Well, see, don't you think, though, don't you think a lot of times that religion has put our view of the body in a bad position? Looking at that as a bad thing or a dirty thing, it's not.
Well,